Thank you.
Hey, everybody! Woo! Hey, we're ready for the news. And boy, do we have some great news tonight. I am Laurel. I am the co-host or host of the weekly event where we bring you all the news and updates from across this community we call AltSpace VR. Thanks for joining us on this hot day in the northern hemisphere of this planet. Our thoughts are with everyone around the whole northern part of the planet who've been suffering from record-breaking temperatures as we all battle with steam and goggles, and we're trying to stay cool and not move too much. Wow, it has been really intense. Remember, drink plenty of water and fans and air conditioner, while essential to staying cool. Add noise to your microphone, so turn that microphone level down and manage your mute as we patiently endure these incredible hot times waiting for the cooler times.
And just a bit of news from my part of the world. I come from Canada, and all of last week I had my personal heater on in my office, and last Friday night I actually cranked the heat in my house because I found my Basset Hound Chloe hovering in the corner, shivering. She couldn't stop. These are strange times, people.
No kidding.
I'm Donna McTee, and I'm so excited to welcome you guys all here. So while you guys are trying to chill, I'm trying to warm up. Let's get on with the news here at AltSpace.
Oh, we have some news for you. All right. This week was Education Week in AltSpace. Actually, it was for like 2 weeks, and through the end of the month. And there are many events all week on the topic of using AltSpace as an educational platform. And it culminated on Wednesday with an interactive discussion on the future of education in AltSpace with Keegan, or Katie Kelly, the AltSpace VR program owner. And the feedback was really amazing in the open discussions. Educators have been testing AltSpace VR as teaching spaces for several years. And some formal studies have been in process. And we're hoping for some news and research findings on these. And in general, the feedback included frequent requests in AltSpace VR for 360-degree video. Wouldn't that be awesome? We need that here. And Keegan explained that while it's possible, and AltSpace VR has the capability, and has featured 360 videos in the past, it's really costly in bandwidth, accessibility, and sync and technology. So they're really struggling to bring that in here and accommodate all the other demands we have. So they are working on improving the performance across the board to make it easier to include and to use. They're also working on 3D model assets, more kit items, easier branding, and meeting controls were also mentioned and are on the development roadmap for AltSpace. So exciting times for education and AltSpace, so I love it. So they're looking at many other tools that are happening here to help benefit educational things, so stay tuned.
This is awesome, Laurel. Speaking of educational and meeting spaces, the brand new boardroom template space is ready and available for you guys to use. There's also look for more sessions on the usability within the space. There are some fabulous features, and it's really worth taking the time to take in a learning session. It looks a lot like the Lunar Loft with a great conference table and nice branding locations for images. If you haven't checked out the new boardroom template and event space yet, make sure to do so. Go to the website, do a word search, option for the word board, and go visit it. It's really lovely. Though I have to tell you, the community is insisting that the design team change the spawn point for the boardroom.
And it's terrible.
So you guys go check it out and see what you think. But there is really something intimidating about spawning inside and trapped under the stairs. I have to tell you, I'm claustrophobic, and the first time I landed under the stairs, I almost gasped for air. It is not the most welcoming place.
Honestly, Who in their right mind would shove a spawn point underneath the stairs? I don't get it. So yeah, I'm voting for, let's get a vote. If anybody who's been there, who wants that spawn point change, send up some claps. That's bad spawn points, man. I just can't stand it. So yeah, it's bad news. So as we've been reporting last week, and this week as well, the AltSpace VR remodel continues. And August is coming next week. I don't know when in August. I can't believe it. It feels like it's actually, it kind of feels like it's, for some people it must feel like this has taken forever. But for me, it feels like this is just kind of, these last 2 months of any kind of suffering has just gone through really easily. So I don't know when in August the self-designated deadline is, but from what I've heard, the end of August is likely for AltSpace to show up in the Oculus store. So for those who haven't been following along or are new here, AltSpace VR has streamlined options and features here to improve performance. They've been working really hard on that performance angle, as well as new avatars, new feature, improved functionality, stability for mobile and tethered users. Now, AltSpace was founded in 2013. It was launched in May 2015, and in 2017 the company was purchased by Microsoft, and the transition took a while to implement, but with the release of new technology and mobile VR devices like the Go and the Gear and so on, and all these new, Valve and all these other cool devices that are coming out, AltSpace VR set a goal to keep the community alive during this major remodel that's dealing with some of the old proprietary stuff, and cleaning that out and completing this huge remodel that started in June and get it done hopefully by the end of August. That's what they're promising. I can't wait.
Just as a side note, I don't know if you can hear this, but you know how we have this something that's like a tornado outside our house. All of a sudden the wind wants to pick up my house. I don't know what's going on. So if you guys hear a bunch of wind noises,
no?
Just keep hearing, listen for my voice, or I might be taken away.
And
no.
And Donna, if you have to leave, we got your back, okay?
Yeah, thanks. For the most
right.
part, we expect that the core functions and features will be done in August, and AltSpace will be added to the Oculus Store as well as other device portals and stores. Note that some features might take a little longer to be returned to what they were prior to the remodel, but it's all good, you guys. This is really happening. This is happening. It's like just a few weeks away. Very exciting.
Yeah.
AltSpace is also improving and can only get better for us, and we will be here reporting on the news, and you can find out, and we'll keep you informed as to the progress coming next month and into the future. Now, while we're talking about improvements in AltSpace VR, the dev team continues to deal with audio design. Heads up, they will have another they're hosting another Sounds Abound event. It's happening this Wednesday. This time the time zone is geared more towards the European time zone, but it's a great opportunity if you can make it to provide feedback on your audio experience here in AltSpace VR and learn more about the staff, what their how the sound works, and the works here in AltSpace VR. So try and catch that meeting if you can. The last one was really interesting.
I love it. All right, everybody, it's party time. It's party time. So we're having an informal party with the community helper volunteers and everyone else after over a month of these new community helper volunteer skill building workshops. I really need a better name for that. Covering community skills, topics like events and moderation, collaboration, and learning how to get you involved in the community helper program. It's time to get out your balloons and your party hats. We really need that wow button in here because we're going to have a party on Wednesday. So it's a real informal, it's not staff generated, it's just us getting together. It's a chance to get to know each other and have a good time. And we're gonna use one of my old spaces that used to be one of the training grounds for flight and for falling. So for the AltSpace VR 101 places, and we're gonna be partying in the trees with some tree and flying theme song. So swing on by, sing along, have a chat by the fireside and the middle of the woods, go over into the caves, fly high above the trees, and take a moment to get to know our community and provide some feedback on what do you want to see in upcoming skill building sessions to help improve your skills here in AltSpace. Or if you have a skill, if you're an expert at something here in AltSpace, please let us know so we can share your talents with others here. So we'd love to have you join us.
Now, a reminder for you guys, Yunji, our beloved admin, events team rep, and favorite singer and storyteller, she has changed her office hours to Mondays. So take note of that. Look on the event calendar on Monday. She is one of the more experienced staff members in VR, and she is an avid gamer. Did you guys know that? She's really into games. Stop in for a chat or to get some of your questions answered about how all of this stuff works. Now, mark your calendars. Every Wednesday is the World Building Tours. This is a chance for world builders and community helpers to take you guys on a tour to some of the most amazing and fabulous worlds in AltSpace. Some of them are new, some of them have been around for a while. They're all worth checking out. I don't even know how to describe the incredible experience of exploring the Evolve VR meditation spaces this past week. Really, the design of those is incredible.
How many were there for that experience? Give us some emojis. Was that, I know Karen was there. That was absolutely stunning. So let's see if I could, we went to one of the original worlds that was created by Shane Harris, we're using Shane's editor, and The Expanse is what he created, where they did meditation. It was a multi-floor, it had mountains to climb, it had all kinds of cool things, a 3D, a little video thing where you could go in and meditate in a cloud, surrounded by clouds. Pretty amazing. And then we went through some of the newer spaces, including one that just randomly got one that I built, the labyrinth that was used, and the new meditation spaces. But then we were taken on an exclusive tour of, I don't even know how to verbally describe it, so I'm going to have to show you pictures. This needs video, okay? I have video, but we didn't have a time. I'm going to stumble over my words because, honest to God, this was absolutely stunning. So we went into this meditation space surrounded by 4 walls with a big sky roof, and the clouds were rolling by, and then suddenly the walls and the floor swung out and away to reveal us floating high in the air above, all just floating in the clouds. We had another where we were on a high desert plateau, and another. It was absolutely amazing. And each time that the skybox changed, the walls would come back in, and then they'd swing back out for another scene, and we'd be in a completely different place, floating up in the air. And one of the best ones was when we were floating in the stars. Oh, talk about an incredible, visual, beautiful space to float in and meditate. It was incredible. So we got a sneak preview. Hopefully this will be out soon. It's a complicated space, but it just shows you the possibility of what can happen here in AltSpace. And if you can check this out up on the screen, this is Jeremy of Evolve VR. He has a new virtual watch when he is in VR. It is attached to his wrist when he comes into the space, and he has 5 different scene changes. All he has to do is push that button, and the walls swing out, and he pushes another button, and the walls swing in, and then he can go to the next scene. This is amazing. And it was done with the ingenious work of Dimmies and Alan, and it will soon be out there so you can experience it. Who cares about meditating? I just want to watch the walls come in and go out, you know? I want to play with a wristwatch. It was amazing. So
it's really indescribable. I agree. And seriously, who could keep their mind on meditating when all this stuff is going on? Like, it sort of almost defeats the purpose, but oh my gosh, it's incredible.
It was really amazing. So, that's just an example of what's possible.
Now, we really need to give some serious hearts to Jeremy of Evolve VR and his world-building collaborators.
Yes, that's a good word.
That would be better.
That's a great word. New word.
I need to do spell words.
Collaborators. I like collaborators.
a new language, as they continue to push the potential of the possible here in AltSpace, proving that we can make our imagination come true. And I'll say it again, every week we have these wow moments, and this is another one. Now, future tours, so remember we started talking about these world building tours, and this is a tour that gives you an opportunity not only to see spaces, but to ask questions. So future tours will include the rooftop, David 58's entertainment spaces, Holly's worlds, the worlds of Daisy Shaw, and so many more. Honestly, you don't want to miss these Wednesdays. They're really hard to, describe, right? You really have to experience them. And if you would like your world building skills featured, please feel free to contact us after the show or on our Discord channel. We'd love to chat with you about worlds that we could add to the tour. Well, there is really so much going on. We love this community and we love sharing the activities of our community with you. If you would like to see your community efforts in the news and updates, let us know after the show or through our Discord channel where we report on not just the news of AltSpace, but also on VR news and some fun news you can use from technology.
And before I move on, are you still safe with a little tornado thing going outside your door?
The wind died right down.
Ah,
So
good.
it passed by me. I don't know. We are having the weirdest weather.
I don't understand. But we like to take care of our own here, so just double checking, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. I can't remember if I was doing the oh no, I was teaching class and during a storm and a tree fell on the roof of my office. So yeah, we love all this stuff. All right, speaking of trees, world building news. How's that for a bad segue?
Oh, yeah.
Oh God, we have, even with the incredible work that was done for Evolve VR event spaces, our world builders continue to delight and amaze us. I mean, I'm just like, my hyperbolic stuff is just oozing out of my mouth because I'm still I'm just gobsmacked with what we saw with that space the other day. It was amazing. World building is really critical to the AltSpace VR community. We build worlds and sculptures just to be creative, just to release that creative expression. We build event spaces, game spaces, we build homes, we build neighborhoods, we even build cities and parks and mountainscapes and all kinds of things. We build in time and space and place. It's amazing. Anything you want. We play around with programming, with user experience, and sometimes we just add a few homey touches to our home space with a world builder. So there's so many things that you can do. And please, don't fear world building. It's really fun. It's easier than you think. And honestly, some of the most popular worlds here in AltSpace VR were created by users on the Daydream, on the Samsung Gear. That's where I started. On the Go, the Oculus Go. And now with the Quest, 2 hands are a little bit easier, but sometimes they're not. And, you can build with anything. We recommend that you attend the Tuesday Basic World Building Introduction, followed by the World Building Introduction, followed by the SDK Meetup that happens a little later on. And the SDK Meetup covers some of the programming aspects of world building and the new MRE, which was what we saw at Evolve VR's event space. And these events are hosted by the AltSpace VR staff, and they've been created for you, and they're held weekly for you, and it's for our community to help you learn more about how this all works. And as always, for more information, check out help.altvr.com and developer.altvr.com.
Now, how many of you ever go to Worlds just with the expectation of exploring? So when you go, call up the Worlds menu, and under Featured you see a bunch, and then you see how many pages of worlds there are. There's literally hundreds of worlds. It really actually takes time to go page by page by page, but it's so worth it to do that. So new worlds haven't been featured or approved recently, but we can appreciate that the entire AltSpace VR team is so focused on meeting that August deadline. So it gives us the opportunity to visit some of the archives of some of the older wonderful worlds. And just because there's new worlds that are awesome and breathtaking, so are many of our old worlds We enjoy them so much. So let's look at one, Candyland.
This one is brand new, though. This one is brand
Oh,
new.
this is one of the new ones?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Candyland game by Adam Wraith is open for business. Now this sounds cool. I've personally not been here, but this sounds cool. In the sky is a box with a deck of cards to click on to find out which square you move to. Give it a spin and play with friends as you move through a popular childhood game. Look for Great Mysterious Waffle Henge. And I hear no nibbling.
Oh, darn.
There are great sound effects and fun areas to explore. Please be aware that it takes a while for the world to load, but it should work for all devices, and we're guaranteed that it's worth any wait you might have.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Oh, yeah. Just to see the sparkling gingerbread is awesome.
oh, no way! That's cool.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Now, while The Lost City by Daisy Shaw is still fairly new, she's updated the videos to take you to strange and wonderful worlds that blend right in with this innovative world she's built. This and her other great work will be featured soon in a world building tour, so we cannot say it enough to check those out on Wednesdays. Now, diving into the world building archives, let's start with a visit to, in keeping with the major
Dragon Lairs,
that
yay!
you've been having, Dragon Lairs by Dragon Lover. This features a vast layer of molten lava for you to navigate through, jumping from rock to rock. Talk about hot.
Just well done! Do you feel warmer now just looking at that slide?
Absolutely. I need a poster in my house.
I love it. Okay. To cool you down and lose it. That was beautifully done. To cool you down, try the Underworld Cavern by Is That Toasted? It's amazing. Oh my God, I can't tell you. We just had it featured on the World Tours. An amazing cavern maze explored slowly and enjoyed. There's some magical little areas in there. And when you get to the end, here's a tip, little Easter egg tip. You jump up to the hole in the cavern, the sky hole in the cavern, then you turn around and you jump into the middle of the Eye of Saren, and it will blow your mind. Amazing thing down there. I know Karen was in there. That was just an amazing thing. And now, if you really want to cool down some, let's revisit the Polar Express by Homer. He spent weeks building this Polar Express train. This is before all the Unity stuff and everything else. He built this item by item with geometrics and the really early world building kit items. And I got to tell you, it is as real as the animated movie version. It's amazing. It's set on a track between tunnels, surrounded by mountains and glacier, and it makes you believe, as the story and sign says. We used this over Christmas to read the story of the Polar Express. It was Mark, you read it. You read the story. Yeah, that was just absolutely incredible. So check out Polar Express. It was amazing. And if you do like hanging out in the sun, head over to Tony's Beach by Tony Films. It is an example of how really simple world can be absolutely wonderful and pleasant to be in. It's so peaceful. And he built it with his Oculus Go. Really imaginative. This is with the early world building stuff. And you can just sit in the sun, or you can swim far out in the water, hang out with friends. We love hanging out with friends, sitting out there in the water. It's really wonderful. Now, have you been looking at the top worlds? That's a new feature that's on the website for AltVR. Check it out at altvr.com. Look at worlds and then top. The list changes over time. It's based on some big complicated algorithm that takes into account the number of visitors that day or week and a few other ingredients in the secret sauce to mix things up. So if I take away the campfires, the top 10 worlds as of yesterday, number 10 was the underwater cave system by Is That Toasted that we just mentioned. Next is Bubbles by Bailey, followed by Icons Nightclub by Gigi. Smarty Marty's, My Top Floor Hangout and Hub. Jump Park by Ben is next, where you can jump on the trampolines, accompanied by jump, da-da-da-da-da-da, inspired song. I do too. It's so awesome. Grab some of the colored crayons. It's fabulous.
Yeah.
And then Tree Forts by Omi and the Hotel Nightclub by Gigi. The Abandoned Hospital by Is That Toaster.
Oh, that's creepy.
Love that. It is very creepy. The Lost City, which we mentioned by Daisy Shaw. And Alyssa's Party Bus tops the charts at number 1. So it isn't about a competition, but it's when a lot of people visit a place, it makes it worth exploring. And some of these are featured and some of them are not. They're hard to find on the featured list. So check them out because it's another great way to find wonderful worlds and, go build your own. Make sure that, you have right free in AltSpace. You have all the access you need to build your own world. So attend the world building meetups. There are no prerequisites and you can attend as often as you like. Check out help.altvr.com for more information.
Now we're going to shift over to events. Now, you guys, do you know, or please keep in mind that there's some weeks there's over 100 events in AltSpace. Now, these are events that are created not just by the admins, not just by community helpers, but a lot of events are created by you guys. Anyone can create and host an event in AltSpace. We have an amazing and a diverse community, and we need events in non-English languages and all types of topics. Personally, I'm still waiting. Oh, she keeps talking about this seriously. It's not
That's me.
Laurel,
I'm waiting.
Her.
I'm waiting.
Laurel wants a knitting one. So people,
I want
if
a
you
knitting meetup.
Yeah, if you knit or you know somebody that does, send them
Start a
over to
group.
us because we're going to get this group started.
I want this group.
There are so many events that I'm looking forward to here in AltSpace, but few more than Kaylin Builds with Bob Ross. Do you guys know who Bob Ross is? He's this incredible artist. This event is happening tomorrow. You'll find it right in between Center Stage and Screen Queen. She will be following a Bob Ross tutorial and building a happy picture with happy trees. That just sounds awesome. And maybe there might even be a squirrel or a frog. We aren't sure if she's going to use her amazing drawing tools or world building kit items, but whatever she does, it will be fun and fantastic and entertaining for sure. So check that out, guys.
Sorry. All right.
The-
Don, the co-host of A Thing in a Place, is branching out to do his own show. I'm so excited for him. He does the amazing Thing in a Place with Stevie Boyd. Now he's doing his own show called Let's Talk. It's coordinated with the Get Social team. And the first event is tonight, featuring Ro, one of our great performers here in AltSpace. He has interviews and discussions coming up with Stevie Boy, Vivian of Vive Podcast. We have Chuck of VR Church, Chris of the LGBTQ community, and so many more of our absolutely amazing community members, and who knows who will show up. It's a great opportunity to learn more about these great members of our community, so check that out. Now, here's a really, really unusual event, and I have to say, I'm really excited about it. It conflicts with a few things I'm doing, but I'm trying to rearrange my schedule for this. Evolve VR has a new special event starting this Tuesday. It's called Meditating on Mortality. Now, Jeremy of Evolve VR, his father will be hosting this. And he claims that his dad taught him all he knows about meditation. So this is an ongoing special program for anyone who's curious or anxious about death and dying. And it should be of value to anyone who's also recently lost someone or preparing to lose a loved one. I think this is really brave, and I'm so excited about it. And do note that Evolve VR Meditation is also changing their dates and times through the rest of the summer as they're adjusting for new speakers and new presenters and teachers. So so check the calendar for changes, and if you are interested and you have these skills, please contact them because they are looking to hire some people. But I'm excited about this, meditating on mortality. Wow.
Wow, what an important topic. That's awesome.
No kidding.
Now, Yunji, talking about Yunji again, is now performing not one, but 2 concerts every week here in Allspace VR. How absolutely incredible is that, people? If you haven't attended a Yunjiverse concert, you are missing a great interactive time and some wonderful original and cover songs. Check out the calendar for new times and days and make sure you get in there as they fill up quickly. Now, Jorgen, the coordinator of Earth Day Events and Hub, is hosting a voluminizing laboratory event Monday on 3D modeling. Oh, here's a word that I should have checked before.
Photogrammetry.
Photogrammetry. There's a new one for me. And,
volumetric.
What she said. Okay, so 3D modeling and video. This is the start of a weekly event, and we are so excited about this. Now, Get Social in Virtual Spaces has a great event on the future of education with how to bring VR to your classroom. That's happening Monday. Search Engine Geek Out is on Thursday. And next Monday, they'll be focused on how to optimize your team's LinkedIn profiles. All those topics are sound so interesting, you guys. So you don't want to miss any of these events. So make sure to subscribe to the Get Social channel here in Allspace VR for a list of all the great events they have coming up.
Now, SIGGRAPH 2019, the Virtual Augmented and Mixed Reality Annual Conference, is next week. And there hopefully will be 2 events in and around it. Chuck Webster of Health System Chat will be doing his virtual coverage on Thursday with information about the event, all the great presentations, and healthcare applications that may be featured. Educators in VR is working with Altspace VR to host the live stream from the event, so stay tuned for news on that. And you don't want to miss a moment of these informative topics, features, news, and announcements on the future of spatial technologies. It's going to be amazing. And then on Thursday, Dave58 is adding to his awesome film stuff. He's going back to the scary stuff with Dave's Theater of Horrors. And as he says on the description, his goal is to share the out of you each week with his new movie night event. So I love that.
Now, here's for some mystery for you. This coming Friday, watch for an interesting event. We don't have much information other than that there will be music, great conversations with Yoko at her silent disco space. Remember, it's happening Friday. Check the event calendar for updates.
Yeah,
sounds like it's going to be a fun time. Yeah. Now, do you find yourself checking the Altspace VR calendar more than you do your local listings? I was just telling somebody today how I have more meetings in VR right now than I have in real life.
Yeah.
And you get to know people. Isn't that crazy how you get to know people in VR closer than you know your friends, right? And so I think this is great. So make sure you keep checking that calendar. We have so many events. The calendar keeps getting updated all the time. And so you don't want to miss any. Make sure you RSVP. That gets you an email an hour before the event starts. And remember, if you want to host an event, we're hoping you do. If you want it mentioned on our news and updates, then go to our Discord and let us know in the Share Your Event channel in the news channel.
Yay! So that is a ton for this week's news updates.
That's a lot.
We've had so much going on. You can keep up with the Altspace news and updates by subscribing to our event through the Channels tab on the altvr.com website. You can join us on Discord. You can watch the live stream of past events on our YouTube channel. Let me bring all of that stuff up. And, we're here to help you. And we also need your help to make this a success. But please tell a friend. Share all our Discord and YouTube channels so others can keep up with what's going on here in and around Altspace. And Donna, you want to take us out?
Thanks to all the people that make this event happen. It really takes a lot of people. Anybody that's had anything to do with an event understands that there's all sorts of different kind of contributors to the event in front of the screen, in front of the stage, but also behind the stage. So thanks to moderators and writers and the filming crew, and to special thanks to Mark who hosts this, and Laurel. It's always awesome hosting this with you. So thanks to you. Yeah. And we just want to say thanks to all of you for joining us because this doesn't happen without you guys either. So thank you so much, and we'll catch you next week. Same space, same time.
Yay!
Thanks, you guys.
Hey, thank you all. And we'll be here to answer some questions after the show, so come on down. Thanks, everybody.